Okay, in other major news unfolding this morning, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has touched down in the US territory of Saipan. He is expected to plead guilty to an espionage charge ahead of his release. He's right now in court for that hearing. Meantime, Assange's father has told Today this morning that he is expected to return to Australian soil later this evening.
The government tells me that he'll be flying in tonight in Canberra. For myself, I hope his life is a bit smoother, so to speak, and he spends a year or so just learning again how to walk along the beach and feel the sand come through your feet.
Let's go now to the director of the Julian Assange documentary, The Trust Fall, Kim Staton, who joins us live from Canberra to discuss this. Kim, great to have your insight, mate. You spent 2.5 years documenting Julian Assange's fight for freedom. What was your reaction to the outcome?
Yes, thanks for having me. Well, initially, when we got the news yesterday morning, I was in disbelief. I've kind of trained myself over the last few years making this documentary to doubt any of the mainstream media, and of course WikiLeaks was the first publication to take on the mainstream media in a big way. So it took a few hours for me to clarify that from WikiLeaks and from Julian's wife Stella and other sources, and when I understood that this was really happening, it was a sense of elation. It's unbelievable. This is such a momentous and incredible, wonderful thing to happen.
Well, it's really unfolded so rapidly over the last 24 hours. The news took almost everyone by surprise, I think, yesterday. And it follows, of course, a 14-year-long saga, years in the Ecuadorian embassy in London, and then another 5 years in a maximum security prison in the UK as well. Do you have any insight this morning into his state of mind and his physical health?
No, I don't have understanding of that, but it's wonderful to see Julian free and active and getting onto the plane and walking around and talking to people, and he seems and he seems
Director of the Julian
because of his ordeal.
When you look at the photos that we've seen there, or the footage there, you can see Kevin Rudd with him. Obviously, there's been a lot of diplomacy involved in getting him released. Lots of work from the Australian government with the Biden administration for Assange's release. He's likely to touch down where you are in Canberra tonight. Do you think he'll speak out following his release? And indeed, Kim, I think about you thinking, is there a follow-up documentary on the way?
It'd be wonderful if he can say something to the press this evening when he touches down. I'm not sure whether he'll be up for that, but knowing Julian, he's so strong and he's a fighter, and I'm sure he's got a sense of elation of being finally free, having somewhat of a victory here. And I'm not sure if I'll be making another document. It was a huge job. It was an odyssey to make The Trust Fall. But we're really pleased that we had the outcome that we were aiming for. The film aimed to help Julian get free, and that aim has been achieved.
Okay, Kim, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for sharing it with us. We'll have those developments for you as they play out from Saipan throughout the morning. You can see in those images there Australian lawyer Jennifer Robinson by his side. She's been in his corner for many years now. She is there in Saipan with him, along with Kevin Rudd, the Australian ambassador to the US and former PM as well. So whether or not we hear from them after those proceedings occur too, we will wait and see, but we will stay across that for you and bring you any developments as they happen.